my crowning glory, my girls. They really are. You know, I didn't know when I had children whether I wanted to continue to work or whether I wanted to stay home. Well, I knew I was going to want to continue. I guess, again, probably those environmental influences and the impact that parents have on children. You know, all too often with the teens that you see in the juvenile justice system, they don't have strong adult influences, positive influences in their lives. Their parents are either very, very young and themselves really unable to parent. My passion for young people has only grown by having my own young people, having my own children. But I really believe strongly that, the future of our civilization really lies with young people. I grew up in that whole era of civil rights and Vietnam and social justice. And I really looked at what profession could I go in that might have an impact, that I'd be able to impact societal ills, if you would. My mother used to tell me frequently, Anita, you ought to be a lawyer because you love to argue so much. That was pretty true. I was very much like my dad. And we used to butt heads all the time. But it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I was always the questioning one. Why can't I do this? Why not? Why? And my dad's stock answer would always be, can you guess? Because I said so. I always thought when parents don't have a good reason for doing what they want, their stock answer is because I said so. And so, I used to get into some really good little arguments with Dad about all kinds of things from, at the time, whether we should be called Black or Afro-American or Negro or colored or whatever.